Hi guys, nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Um, that's come through today that I wanted to talk about is why we blame things. So the concept of blame, I've seen a lot of in the last week or so, and I really wanted to look at what blame is, why it's there, how does it help us, and also what we can do about it. Pretty much blame is literally me feeling bad within. So when something goes wrong, or if there's something that I aren't happy with, then I will literally, I'll project how I feel within myself to others. So when I project how I feel towards others, then I will, if I blame them, then it actually takes the responsibility away from myself, and that I can then use someone else who can be the person that I can blame around why things are happening. Because a lot of the times we don't really know why things are happening and what to do about them. So it's actually easier to put the emphasis and the onus on someone else to again then make us feel better. So I want to just point out here that a lot of our behaviors are all based around feeling better. So if you are acknowledging the way that you're doing things and why you're doing things, I just want everyone to kind of step into that awareness of, when something bad happens, what do you instantly try to do? What is your instant reaction? If it is blame, like I'm going to make someone pay for this, that's their fault, they created that, or how could they do that to me, or what have you. I want you to just look at that behavior and say, okay, so what part of me feels better when I blame someone else? Because in actual fact, blame is actually saying I can do nothing about it and I feel bad, so I'm just going to project that bad onto someone else so that I feel better. People who blame will never ever blame from a place of feeling good. It's a way of dealing with not feeling good, and it's a way that we can send out that feeling good for just a little bit, that just makes us feel a little bit better. Of course, at the end of the day, it makes us powerless. And so a lot of us, when we do go into blame, are constantly telling ourselves, in fact, we are powerless around this situation and there's nothing that we can do. And so this is where, when we do constantly go into blame, we're just confirming to ourselves that there is actually nothing we can do, which then builds up the bad feeling within us, which then continues us projecting it out onto others just to make us feel better. The way that we can move past blame and move into more powerful experiences and behaviors is to deal with how we're feeling first, and to be the observer of what's going on. Like when something happens, go within and feel the feelings and say, okay, if I feel that way about that thing, what is it telling me about myself? And that is the best way to deal with situations where you would traditionally blame someone else, because then it gives you the capacity to do something about it. If you continually blame governments, the world, anything, you actually can't do anything about it, and we will continue to be in the same situation. If we really want to make a change here, we need to step into acknowledgement rather than blame, and look at how we're feeling and deal with the feelings that we have, rather than projecting those feelings onto someone else. And what will then happen is we will start to see a change in the world, not only in our own little physical world, but then in the greater world, that will help us to then move into more peace and harmony, because we have that within, and then we will start to see that external to us because we're going to be acting and projecting out to others more peace and love and harmony from this place that is within. So please be aware of what's really going on there, what's really going on within yourself when you traditionally would go to blame someone, and really start to look into, how am I feeling? What can I do about this? And go into more action within yourself rather than projecting it out and then knowing that you can't do anything about it. And that's where the pure power lies. See you next time.